Good afternoon, because it is now after 12 o'clock, and welcome to our third V25 Now Open Doors Day. My name is Lindsay and I am the founder and organiser of this group. And it's almost been going for 4 years, but it's time to have a bit of a change. And that's what my V25 presentation is going to be about. It's going to be about groups, and in particular groups for networking, groups for business. I've just spent a beautiful hour with a Facebook researcher on groups in particular, and it's ideas that Facebook are wanting to put forward to help groups. Now, groups are a fantastic way on social media to be able to get to meet others. Now, if you can remember, Facebook was first created by Mark Zuckerberg because he was in university and it was an interaction between his colleagues, his friends. And that's what Facebook are really wanting to get back to. Over the years since it started, it's just gone crazy, and we all think that it is a free platform, along with other social media platforms, for us to be able to go in there and to promote ourselves. And it is, but it's gone round back to the way that it used to be. That's what Facebook want. Okay, they have their own reasons for it. You know, it is a business, it's probably costing them millions to run this, and yes, they do receive information from us, and to be honest, I don't mind. What I do mind though is that lots and lots of people, and I'm probably to blame as well, have seen the Facebook, hi Janet, have seen Facebook and the social media platforms as a free tool to be able to just go on there, add our stuff, add our business stuff, and then just take off. And it did work actually for a wee while, especially on the Facebook business page, but it doesn't do that anymore. So groups are the way to go. The Now group, you may have noticed that the numbers have fallen. And that's because that's me. I've actually been slowly and methodically removing members who have not interacted in any way over the time. And I can see that just by the posts that are posted each and every day, because I'm in the group every single day, several times a day, in fact. Because to me, if you're going to have a group, you've got to be a part of it. You know, the group is your essence. You've started it, so it's got to be you that's in there. So because the group, the Now group network of women, have kind of gone a bit array, where we have promotional days and people are posting their links in there, which is fantastic, but they're not also going in and looking at other people's posts, commenting, being interactive, being engaging. And that's what groups are all about. On the Facebook research chat that I had with a Facebook advisor, Facebook have ideas to help to bring back that interaction. And it really fired me up, because I felt that, yeah, you know, this is it. This is what it's going to be. This is how we're going to be able to get back, not just for our businesses, but for us in particular. And as we know, these last few years have been quite difficult, and it just makes us want to be able to, well, I don't know, sometimes for me, just sit back and do nothing. But we can't do that, because we're human beings. We need to get up, we need to go. And you know, those in the groups, we've got so many talents to help other people. Yes, we want to make our business successful, and we can by helping others. Having that kind of mindset that you're in there, you're posting, you're commenting, Not because you want money coming in, not because you want finances coming in, not because you want a new car or your roof fixed if it's been damaged. Our mindset has to be because we want to help people. And by doing that, we actually change how we think, how we feel. And good things come to us. So if you're in a group, do you know actually how many groups you're in? I mean, I know I didn't until I physically went in and had a look at them and thought, oh, for goodness sake, why am I in these groups? And removed myself out of them. I've been really quite a little busy bee these last few weeks. Because if you're in a group and you're not doing anything in that group, you're not actually helping the group, nor are you helping yourself. Because the Facebook algorithm, and lots and lots of people just absolutely loathe the algorithm, but to be honest, I actually really like it. Because if you understand what the algorithm is, and all it is are a set of coders, a set of people sitting somewhere thinking about how they would like interaction if they were in a Facebook group. How would they like it? And they create the algorithm. And if you think like that, you can't go wrong. You truly cannot go wrong. That's why I love the algorithm, because it does its work for me. So if you're in a group and you're actually doing nothing in that group, you're not helping the group, you're not helping yourself, because the algorithm will pick it up and go, oh, they're not interested in that group. If they're not interested in that group, I'm not even going to promote them anywhere else on the social media Facebook platform. So that is two things. If you're in the group itself, like for example, if you're in the Now group and you've not commented, you've not posted, you've not even clicked in to see what's going on, the algorithm has noted that. It truly has noted that. And again, it will downgrade you and it will not help you, your posts or you anywhere else on Facebook. So that's why I've gone into the Now group, and it's not an easy task to go in and begin to click, remove, remove, remove. It's scary because you want people to look at the numbers and go, oh yeah, that's a really good group. You know, I'm going to join that. It's got all those numbers. But then if they go into the group and they look at the post and they see how many comments are there, try it yourself today. Go into a group that's got a lot of numbers that you're in and have a look at the comments. Now, okay, there are some, you know, that do have comments, but maybe they've got 25k members in there and they've got 1,000 comments. That doesn't really make much sense, does it? So this is what I'm doing. I am going to archive the Now group for June. Now, archiving the group means that when I do that, you'll get a little message along the top mentioning that it's been archived. It will also say that you can see what's in there, you can read it, but you can't comment. So it's actually sitting there just quietly doing its own thing. What you may see is that the numbers will drop because I will be removing members. That might drop well below 1,000 members, maybe even less. I don't know. But those members who are going to be in the Now group are the members who will contribute in whatever way. That means that anybody and everybody in that group will see your posts, will see you. Okay, they might not be buyers, they might not even know people who are buyers. We're not there in the group for that. We're in the group to get our know, like and trust. We want people to know us, we want people to like us and then trust us. And then maybe you've got another group of your own, maybe you've got a page, because it would be lovely to, in our own group, to bump up our business pages, because we can do that. We've got that facility to do it. The algorithm isn't brilliant on there. That's deliberate because Facebook want us to pay. That's okay. I don't mind that. But if we have our own group, our own Now group, and we do our postings, it will be totally different. I assure you. And we also go onto the business pages. We're going, other people out with our groups are going to see our comments, our posts on the business page. And they do, because the algorithm does still work on there. So that takes us to the other group that I run, called the Dragon Group. Now the Dragon Group is Waking Up the Dragon, and it literally is all about the algorithm. And every now and again there's hints and tips in there about the algorithm, what it is, how you can play along with it. But it's also, the ladder is, you add your link. Everybody on the ladder for that day will go in and comment on your link on your business page. Now, it's a great idea. But again, it's kind of lost its way. So, I'm going to archive the Dragon as well for the month of June. It'll be fine, I'm sure, you know, we can find other things to do. And when we come back after June, it will be time in the Now group for our next V25 group day. The V25 day is literally video on the 25th of every month. So if the 25th day is on a weekday, Monday to Friday, then it will be V25. So in June, it's not. It's on, I think it's Saturday it's on. So we're going to totally miss it anyhow, but the group's going to be archived. And the V25 day is a super day to come on. You can say whatever you like. It's not necessarily about business. You can, of course, promote your business, but it's not necessarily for that. It's a day just to be yourself. You know, you can dance if you want. You can sing if you want. You can do anything you like. You can grumble if you want. It's in a safe space. And as Ruth mentioned previously in her live, she said groups are a safe space. Now is a safe space. Her own group that she's starting for crocheting is a safe space, and it's a space where we can just be ourselves. It's not going to go out onto the Facebook trolling area. And when you've got administrators like myself who are in there checking, and removing any comments that don't suit, then you truly have a safe space. So how about some homework? Check out how many groups you're in and go into those groups. Are they your groups? Do you resonate with them? Do they feel right for you? If they don't, click leave and off you go. Give yourself possibly a handful of, let's say 5 groups to begin with. 5 groups you resonate, 5 or less that you resonate with. And set a target for a week, 2 weeks, a month. That in that group, you're going to go in at least 3 times a week and comment. Get to know people in there. You might resonate with one of the members or 2 of the members more than anywhere else. They're the people to chat to, and they will chat back, and that's how you reach that level of using social media for what it's for. Facebook have got some fabulous ideas coming forward for Facebook groups. Obviously, I'm not allowed to mention them, but one of them is challenges. And when I heard that this was one of their ideas, I just got really excited, because if anyone knows me, I love challenges. They're just great. They can be such fun. I do Facebook Live challenges. I've done blogging challenges, content creating challenges. Oh, there's just so many. So that will be very, very much a part of the New Now group when it unarchives from June. So I think that's really what I would like to say. Because, to be honest, if anyone knows me, you know that I'm out to help anybody and everybody. And I have found that with the groups, and I'm sure you all feel it yourself because of the lack of interaction, and that's fine. It's the way it is. It's so frustrating because you're passionate about what you're doing and you put stuff in, you spend ages putting stuff in, putting on Canva or Photoshop or all the other wonderful tools and creating content that you think is just fantastic, and you don't even get, a little emoji. That's because those people in that group, first of all, don't really want to be in the group. They're not interested in the group. So it's like blasé over the head. But also, and I think this is probably why there are not as many comments, as many reactions as one would love, is because people just don't know. They don't realise, they don't remember, even they might have read it somewhere many times, but they don't realise how important it is to the Facebook algorithm, because that's who we are bowing down to, if that's what you want to say, because the algorithm is like, let's say a group of us go for a cup of coffee in a lovely, beautiful cafe somewhere, and the surroundings are lovely, we feel great, and we're sitting there, we're having a conversation. But there's one person or two people in that group who's just sitting there, just sitting back. Yeah, they're listening. Not saying they're not listening, but they're not really giving they're not giving a smile, they're not giving a facial expression of any sort that lets them say, yeah, that's really interesting. Don't you agree with that? All these sort of things. Or even, wow, really? So what sometimes happens is that the other members in that coffee table begin to just talk to each other. I'm not saying they ignore this other person, but because this other person isn't reacting, isn't a part of the conversation, they do kind of tend to, hi Ruth, to not be included as much in a conversation. Take note yourself, whether it's on social media or whether it's in a group conversation when you're out with others. Even practice it yourself, try it yourself if you can. There's no way I can sit amongst other people and not have to chatter or not smile or not say something. It's so difficult, I couldn't do it. But try it. That's what the algorithm is doing. The algorithm is picking up. It knows our feelings, it knows our senses, it knows our words, it knows about us. And maybe some people find that creepy. I don't. I love it because it gives me a complete insight into knowing what the algorithm is doing. I know what it's doing. Okay, as soon as Facebook cotton on that we know what we're up to, they'll throw in a spanner in the works and they'll do something else. But again, I love that because I love puzzles. And Facebook is a puzzle. Facebook is a game. Social media is a game. And if we think of it as a game, then we're winning. We're winning. There's no getting away from it. So if we find that there's nobody interacting in your posts and anything, then they're not for you in your group. Because it's mainly groups we're talking about here. But groups that segue into our Facebook business pages. Because that is where we can get other people to see our postings out with our groups. And the algorithm does work there. It does work there. It does pick up. And the more that you interact, and you don't need to spend hours and hours and hours, because I'm telling you, I am worn out with social media. So that's another reason why I'm going to be archiving the Now Network group and the Dragon group for the month of June, because I need a break. I need some headspace. I need space in there to allow fresh ideas to come in, fresh reasons of holding the group. I had, to be honest, at one time thought about just getting rid of the Now group and the Dragon group. And the thought of that was just so refreshing. It really was, you know, and I thought, wow, I don't need to do this. I don't need to create posts. I don't need to be in there all the time. I don't need to be monitoring it, you know, for people putting comments in that they shouldn't be in. Not that it happens very often, I have to say that. But then, I love it. It's like Ruth, it's like what you said. You love your crocheting. You love being a part of teaching people. You love their feedback. And I do. That's what I am. This morning, Rosa mentioned about different levels that we not levels, but different personalities that we are. And I can resonate with the one which is compassion, because it's always been me. And I think if you've got a group, if you're a group leader, then you're that. You have this passion. And it is a passion. Everybody uses it, but it is. And I think that's how I felt. Once I got over the thought of you know, jacking in the groups, and I got excited about it, and it was lovely. But then I thought, I really love doing things. I love creating stuff. I love my challenges. I love seeing, you know, say there's a challenge and there's only 10 people. Well, I'm saying only 10 people. I don't have many of my challenges deliberately. And even if just one of them gets something out of it, oh God, it's so exciting. Really is exciting. My blogging challenge, which was the last challenge I ran, most of who were in there really enjoyed it, but it was Lisa who really, really got something out of it. She was someone who had never really done blogging before, who didn't think she could, and she did. And not only did she write blogs, which were absolutely brilliant, truly brilliant, but she took that on as part of her business, and she writes blogs for her clients. How amazing is that? So you can see that the challenges help in so many different ways, and that's why I love doing them. So I'm nearing my 30 minutes, so I'm going to love you and leave you. And leave you with that thought that if you're in a group, ask yourself, do you really want to be in that group? Are you interacting in that group? Do you get excited thinking about going in the group? And if you can answer yes to all of those, absolutely that group is for you. And even if there's one no in there, ask yourself, well, maybe it's not for me. And minimize the groups you're in. And those groups that you are in, interact. All right. Bye for now. Don't forget, there's lots more of us beautiful Now members today in the May V25 day. See you later. Bye.